What's up, everybody? I don't know why why can't I see anybody? So I'm trying to go going on live on TikTok as well, and it's not working. I don't know. I think I need to stop this live. What's up, Elijah? How are you? Sorry, I'm trying to get this working on TikTok as well, but it's not letting me do that. I think I need to cancel. What's up, Carly? Wolfgang? We're going to do a Thinking Thursday here. I'm trying to get this thing to go live on TikTok. Ow! But it's not working. I need to cancel this. And now, let me see. I need to try that again. Hold on, stand by 1 second. Live. What is wrong with this? The TikTok is getting really stupid right now. It used to be super easy to start a live stream, and I go here to live, and now it's showing me this stupid screen here. What the heck crap is this? What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense here? Voice chat, device camera. Oh, yeah, stupid. They had it as an audio thing first. All right, here we got this here. Thinking Thursday. Hey, Alicia, you're going to be on the leaderboard in 1 second. I will put you up there. Thank you so much. Rose reads. Done. Go live. Come on. There we go. Now we're going live on TikTok here. All right, guys, we're on live on TikTok and we're live on. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to carry 2 of these phones with me wherever I go. Let's get over there, Elijah, and put you on the board. Let me put you on the board. Welcome, guys, on TikTok and on YouTube. We got Rose Reads going on here. And let me add you up on the board. All right, here we go. What's up, Terry? Elijah, thank you very much. That is what? How much did you super chat me? $2. $2. You are on the board, my friend. Thank you very much. And all right, I'm carrying 2 phones with me. This is just silliness. All right, what's up, Caitlin? Carol, how are you? Now I see 2 of myself. I see myself on the YouTube screen. I see myself on the TikTok screen. Pretty crazy. Today we are doing The Compound Effect. I don't know if you can read that backwards. The Compound Effect. It's a good book by Darren Hardy, and it's talking about the fact that when you are doing small little things repeatedly, they can add up, and it becomes a compound effect. And that's what we're talking about today. So this is great. I got 11 people here on YouTube, and I've got people coming in on TikTok as well. Chadwick Rock, David Boston, Penny McKinney. Crowd is going wild. Whoa. And what's up, Tommy Slovakia? How are you? Great to see you. Caitlin Carroll. Elijah, congratulations on getting paid today. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that greatly. Angie Nerim, Terry, good to see you. Carly, you're poor now. Why are you poor? But yeah, I think my hair looks really good like this. Don't you guys think I look pretty good? As he says on Curb Your Enthusiasm, pretty good. All right, we're moving on. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Wise words, right? We are what we repeatedly do. And that's the whole idea of the compound effect, is if you keep doing things over and over again and over again. I mean, ideally, me doing these live streams on YouTube and TikTok, fan base is going to grow. We're going to get more and more people. At least that's the case on TikTok. On YouTube, no matter what I do, I can't get new subscribers anymore. It's a tough racket. How you doing, Wolfgang? Waves, yeah, Wolfgang says that's happening on the ocean as well. Waves add up and get dangerous. Hello from Australia. How you doing, Adventures in the Ute? Long time no see. It's great to see you. And great to see all my new fans here on TikTok as well. Here's the next quote from the book. All great achievers share one common trait. They all have good habits. So that's the big question for you guys. What are your habits? Do you have good habits or do you have terrible habits? And if you're not getting where you want to be, it's probably that you have some terrible, terrible habits. And we've got to work on them. We've got to create better habits. And then sometimes that's hard. Today, I've been doing literally coding all day, like 12 hours of coding. Why? Because I've got this habit of getting up, doing the coding that I need to do because I want break diving to become a huge thing before the end of the summer. And if that's the case, I got to keep coding it. By the way, if you haven't, please download the Break Diving mobile app on App Store and Play Store. Next one. It's time to wake up and realize that the habits you indulge in could be compounding your life into repeated disaster. Thinking about that. We all have habits. You either have good habits or you got bad habits. You either got good habits or you got bad habits. And the big question is, what habits do you have? Which ones are you feeding? The good habits or are you feeding your bad habits? How you doing, Melanie Hurlber, Ward Jarrett, John Todd? Campbell just got the #1 gifter badge on TikTok. Carrie White, you got a question. Your stomach is hurting. If your stomach is hurting, you got to take some Pepto-Bismol and some Tums. That is how you solve that problem. Hunter Thompson, let's talk about the shark attacks. I'll tell you this, if you get a lot of shark attacks over and over again, you're probably going to die. That is the compound effect. That is it right there. Mert Turan, you need a thermostat. I love this. I'm getting lots of spammers on the YouTube live stream again. I used to always get spammers on the YouTube live streams. But they disappeared for months, and now I finally got some again, and I feel like a real YouTube live streamer. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Hi, Austin Tornado on TikTok. How you doing? Michael Black, Melanie Hurlber is still here. And Carrie, don't cook the raccoon ankles. Leave the raccoon ankles out of your diet. That will cause your stomach to hurt a lot more. Next one, a single poor habit which doesn't look like much in the moment, can ultimately lead you miles off course from the direction of your goals and the life you desire. I think about this a lot when you think about this. If you're going straight, actually just think about this. Here, I've got two phones here. I have the TikTok phone here, right? And I have the YouTube phone here. Right now, they are right next to one another, and it's sort of, I'm looking in the middle. It looks like I am looking sort of at both of you. But now watch what happens when I move them apart. This is the TikTok one. This is the YouTube one. A tiny little divergence. You make one wrong move and you don't correct it, and boom, this is where you want to go, but you make one tiny turn, boom. 5 years later, you're poor, you're broke, you have no friends, your life stinks. So you have to be really careful. But here's the inspiring part about it, is one small, tiny 1% change in your life. If you consistently do it for the next year, will change your life forever. You need to really think about that. What little tiny change could you make that would have a huge impact on your life? Could it be going to the gym twice a week? Could it be studying for 10 minutes a day, studying French? Maybe it's saving $5 every week and putting it into the S&P 500 or Bitcoin or something. Yeah, Hunter, I have another phone here that's on TikTok. So you TikTok people get to, hi TikTok people, say hi to my YouTube fans. And hello YouTube fans, say hi to my TikTok fans. And together we are all part of the Roman Empire. I have to come up with a better setup than this because this hurts my back to sit. Maybe I can move. Can I change my? Hold on. Nope, that's not gonna work. Ay, that didn't work. Ah! Okay. Wolfgang says stop consuming sugar. Yeah, that's probably a good one. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, next. You've got to want something and know why you want something, or you'll end up giving up too easily. 100%. For 10 years, I've been trying to find a good marketing plan for breakdiving, my company, and nothing was working for the last 6 years until I found LinkedIn, and now I reach out to 50 people per day. It's completely free, and those people, I'd say 1 out of 50 end up joining the community. But if I had given up in these first 6 years, I would have never found that solution. And I'm proud of myself that I didn't give up. Again, I'm going to read this again. You've got to want something and know why you want something, or you're going to end up giving up too easily. That is the key. Next. Do not focus on achievement, focus on fulfillment. I don't even know what that means. These are quotes from the book, The Compound Effect. Let's see. This is better. I like this one. Nothing creates more stress than when our actions and behaviors aren't congruent with our values. So you got to think, do you even have values? Do you have values, or are you actually thinking about your life and thinking, what do I live by? How do I live by? What is important to me in my life? For me, I've realized that money is not important to me. It's why I'm not a multimillionaire. I much more am focused on helping people. And it's why I do this YouTube, I'm doing this TikTok thing. Not making a huge amount of money from either of them, but I love it. It's super fun. And for me, my values of knowing that I am helping other people is more important than me making money. Because making money in and of itself, it doesn't fulfill you. You might feel great for the moment, but money is money. That's all it is. It's not going to make your life more fulfilling. It might make your life easier because you've got money, but it's not going to, when you're on your deathbed and you're 90 years old, you're not going to be thinking, wow, I'm so glad I spent all this time earning so much money. That makes no sense. By the way, Evans on TikTok, thank you for giving me so many likes. I appreciate that. When you're 90 on your deathbed, you're going to think, I'm so glad I spent so much time with my mom. I'm so glad I spent time with my kids. I'm so glad I spent so much time helping other people. I'm so glad that I spent so much time reading or traveling. I'm so glad I earned so much money. No one is going to care about money when he's on his deathbed. Money is just a tool. It's just a means to an end. Next. Here's something to ask. What are my top 3 to 5 core values? And when faced with a choice, you need to ask yourself, does this align with my core values? And that's basically what we're talking about. Your core value should not be, I want to make money. I'm just letting you know up front. One of your core values should be something else. Wolfgang says, it will find you. Okay, your core values will find you. Maybe so. But if you're 90 and glad you helped a lot, that's important. I'd like to be 90 years old and be a millionaire and say that I helped so many people. I want to become a millionaire because with that money, I could help so many people. But again, money for me is a tool. Money for me is a means to an end. TikTok is asking me to start a flash goal. I'm going to click that and see what it says. Flash goal. Start. Pin. Okay, I started a flash goal on TikTok. We need 3 gifters to send a rose to this live in 15 minutes. That is what we need. How you doing, Lone Rider? Good to have you back on the live stream. Next, people are either motivated by something they want or something they don't want. That is fascinating. Think about that. You're either motivated by something you want or you're motivated by something that you do not want. I think in most cases, it's a combination of both. You think about it. You're motivated by something you want, money. You're motivated by something you don't want, being broke and being in poverty. I'm motivated by something I want. I want my YouTube channel, TikTok, my company Breakdiving to succeed. Something I don't want. I don't want to look back and say, you're a quitter. You gave up on your live streaming dreams. You gave up on your entrepreneurial dreams. Lone Rider says, yes, these are some wise quotes. So again, these are from the book, The Compound Effect. They're notes. I call them Rose Reads. These are books that I've read. This book is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And I'm just reading through some of my notes that I took to share with you and inspire you. Here's the next one. It doesn't matter your motivation as long as it gets you there. Now that's a really good one. Doesn't matter your motivation as long as it gets you there. Some people say, oh, that guy's only motivated by revenge. Or the only reason that guy succeeded is because he was motivated by money. Or he's motivated by... It doesn't matter. Who cares what the motivation is as long as it gets you to where you ultimately want to go? Assuming, of course, that where you're going is somewhere worthwhile. You don't want to spend all your time and effort going after something that ultimately is a waste of time. You know what's interesting? The last time I did a live stream, I did my music one, I had only like 4 or 5 people watching on YouTube, and I have 50 people on TikTok. Today, I've only got 2 people on TikTok watching, and I've got about 7 people on YouTube. So it's very fickle and very, very strange how this works. All right, next one. This is a quotation from a guy named Pete Carroll. I was frustrated because I knew I could be special. And I think that's my issue too. I know I'm special. I believe that I am exceptional. I believe that I am somehow destined for greatness, destined to succeed. So it frustrates me that I haven't made it yet, that I haven't become a huge YouTuber, that I haven't become a huge entrepreneur, that my TEDx talks don't have 5 million views. And it's frustrating. And so, I say this to inspire you though. If there's a dissonance between where you are now and where you think you should be, that's a good thing because it means you believe in yourself. It means you're special. It means that you envision something greater for yourself, greater for your future, greater for your life. And I always say I'm either going to succeed or die trying. I'm going to succeed or die trying because I believe that there's something great out there for me. And let's see. How you doing, Trey? The one and only speech doll, Lone Rider. Says, at least you have some people in the live streams. I tried to do one, but no one joined. Lone Rider, it takes a long time to get people to watch you doing live streams. So when I first was doing my YouTube lives, I had 0 people for the first 10 minutes. And then suddenly 1 person came on. And then I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And more people came. On TikTok, I found that the more you just keep talking, eventually TikTok will send more and more people to you. All I can say is, Lone Rider, keep going with it. I always think of it as I'm just recording a video, and if somebody wants to come watch me record it, they can. But it's going to be available for people to watch later regardless. So record it, plan to do it for 30 minutes. It's going to be super hard because you're going to feel like you're talking to nobody. Just keep going. Stay strong. And Lone Rider says, you are very IKI, important, kind, and inspiring. Thank you so much. How you doing, Grace? Speech Doll, JB, Ted Rodriguez on TikTok, Old Justy Chamby. Great to have you. All right, next. We can all take back control by not blaming chance, fate, or anyone else for our outcomes. Don't let the past hurts sap our energy and sabotage our success. Use your past hurts to fuel positive, constructive change. And that's easier said than done, because when you're hurting, it's hard to do absolutely anything. I want to put something behind this so that it'll show more. Is that? There we go. No. It's about to fall. I don't have the best setup. I'm just putting this on a music stand, both of the phones. And next, the compound effect is always working, and it will always take you somewhere. That's mystical in a way. Think about it. You are doing things every single day that are compounding every single day, and they are either getting you closer to where you want to be or farther away. And that's why I really believe you can accomplish an incredible amount in these last 5.5 months of 2025. If you apply this concept of the compound effect to your life, and you say, what are the 5 things that I am going to start doing every day or every week in a positive way so that I can benefit from this compound effect? So on December 31st, 2025, I go, oh my gosh, my life has changed so much looking back. Lone Rider on YouTube is asking, when are you going live again? Because I have to go feed my horses. So I got to go. Well, have a great time feeding the horses. I don't know when I'm going live. It's really when I have an opportunity, when I have some free. Thank you, Evans. Evans sent a rose on TikTok. Thank you, Evans, for the rose on TikTok. Thank you to Elijah for the $2 super chat here on YouTube. I appreciate that. Here's a quote from Paul J. Meyer. If you're not making the progress that you would like to make and are capable of making, it's simply because your goals are not clearly defined. So that's the big question. Are your goals clearly defined? Right now is I got to move and get this chair out of here. I got to bring another chair in here. Hold on. All right, I'm bringing in my... Okay, this is going to be easier because I can be higher. And the rocking chair is not going to keep on rocking me, baby. Evan sent another rose. Another rose. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much. Evans became the new title gifter of roses on TikTok. Look at this. Look at that. Pretty exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty exciting stuff. Okay. Here's another Paul J. Meyer quote. Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. Ooh, I like that one. Bottom line, believe in yourself, guys. Believe in your dreams. And think big. If some of you guys are younger, 10 years old, 15, 20, think bigger. Think even bigger than you are right now. How you doing, Angel, in Germany? Great to see you. Hey, Evans, have a great night. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Hope you'll follow me, subscribe, and look forward to seeing you next time. Hi, C.A. Wood. Good to see you. Here's the question. What do I need to do who do I need to become to do what I need to do? I'll say it again. Thank you for following me. Who do I need to become to do what I need to do? It reminds me of a book that I wrote called Guerrilla Networking, which you can buy on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Traditional networking is trying to meet people. Guerrilla networking is becoming the type of person that other people want to meet. How you doing, Meg? Nice to see you. So I'm doing TikTok and YouTube at the same time on 2 different phones. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hi, Owen and Alan. You want me to speak in Spanish? No hablo español. No hablo, lo siento, no hablo español. So I was saying, guerrilla networking is becoming the type of person that other people want to meet. So you need to ask yourself, let's say you want to meet Steven Spielberg. It's a big mistake for you to go out and try to meet Steven Spielberg. What should you do? You should think, what can I do to become the type of person who Steven Spielberg wants to meet and work with? You don't want to be making phone calls. You want people to be making phone calls to you. Thank you for following me, Megs. I appreciate it. Oh, we got a second rose. It looks like we reached some type of goal or something. I don't know. TikTok is very complicated. On TikTok, this screen, there's 1.5 million things going on. On the YouTube live stream, it's a little bit more manageable. It makes a lot more sense. So I want you to ask, first, who are the people I want to meet and work with? Do you want to work with big investment bankers, real estate buyers? Do you want to work with people in insurance? Do you want to work with actors? Do you want to attract international investors? Do you want to attract people who want to buy from your company? Or let's just talk about, let's say if any of you guys have a YouTube or a TikTok. It's not how do I get more followers, how do I get more subscribers? It's how do I become the type of live streamer or the type of TikToker or the type of YouTuber who other people want to watch. And you can apply that to anything that you do in life. How can I become the soccer player that my coach wants to recruit for the team? How can I become the type of guy that all of the girls want to date? How you doing, Anthony? Have you heard about Radio Man? He sees all celebrities. I don't know who Radio Man is. Hi, Angel. Glad you're blessed. Alan Correa says, Te salio beautiful. I don't know what that means. Salio means look. I don't know. How you doing, Faith? Faith came and joined on TikTok and then disappeared. Next question. This is a next quote from Jim Rohn. He said, success is something you attract by the person you become. Isn't that exactly what I was just saying about guerrilla networking? Become the type of person who other people want to meet. Do whatever you can to become so cool that people go, I want to meet that guy. I want to meet that girl. I want that person on my team. I want that person to be a part of my company, whatever it may be. So, here's a big question. How many hours of TV do you watch per day? The other question is, how many hours of video games do you watch each day? How many hours do you scroll on social media each day? How many hours are you on your phone each day? Most of you are wasting time every single day doing things that are keeping you from your destiny. I want you to find your destiny, fulfill your destiny, and make your dreams come true. How you doing, Owen? Alan, you're in Argentina. It's 9:37 for you. It's 10:37 for me here down in Florida. And it's 11:37 for Alan Correa in Argentina. How you doing, Maverick? How you doing, Keel Not Keel? Thank you, GCF. GCF on TikTok. GCF on TikTok. Okay. The next quote, these are quotations or notes from the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's a great book. Check it out. The next one is, you will never eliminate the need for instant gratification. However, you can make your why power so strong that it overwhelms your urge for instant gratification. So in other words, you're going to get stimuli throughout the day that are trying to grab your attention and take you away from your goals. And you have two choices. You either resist that temptation to watch TV, to play video games, to scroll on social media, to take a nap, or you weakly give in and waste your day. Don't waste your days. Don't waste your days. You know you have dreams. You know what you're supposed to be doing. I don't need to be telling you what you need to be doing. You already know. All I'm telling you to do is get off your lazy butt and stop wasting time. Stop wasting. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day. I choose to spend an hour, maybe once every 2 days, doing some TikTok live, YouTube live. Why? Because I feel like that's important to me. And it's brutal. I've got one person watching me on TikTok. I've got 2 people watching me on YouTube. It's tough. It's tough. But you know what? I got 3 new subscribers already on TikTok from this live. Maybe I got a new subscription on YouTube. I just keep going. And GCF says, you're absolutely right. But I don't have a wall of shame on TikTok. It's YOU''RE. You got your grammar wrong, GCF. What's up, V? How are you? Great to see you. Well, you're important to me too, V. Now there's one person watching on YouTube and one on TikTok. It's a tough battle. All right, next one. Here's some tips for you to kick bad habits. Oh, good, we're up to 3 people watching on YouTube. Look at all your bad habits and then ask yourself, what triggers this? Who triggers it? What triggers it? Where does this get triggered? When does this get triggered? And then you can use that to eliminate that bad habit. Clean your house. Get rid of anything that makes it easy for you to partake in a bad habit. If you're playing video games all the time, disconnect your PlayStation or your Xbox and put the power supply all the way in the back room. So if you want to play video games, you have to manually go get your power supply and come plug it in. If you are taking naps all the time on your bed, put like 20 books on your bed. So anytime you want to nap, you can't nap because it's got 1,000,000 books on there. Instead, that'll inspire you to maybe read. What else? Swap it. Create an alternative activity you will do each time you get your bad habit urge. So you can make a list, by the way, of doing this. Okay, bad habit, playing video games. Alternate activity, go for a walk. What else is another bad habit? Biting my nails. As soon as you start to bite your nails, or you think about it, 20 push-ups. Think of something to retrain your brain so you can short-circuit it to recreate it with good habits. Next it says ease in. Gradually reduce the bad habit. Some people say that quitting cold turkey is the way to do it. Maybe it's better to go from a pack of 12 cigarettes a day to 10. Then next week go to 8. Then next week go to 6. Maybe next week to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perhaps that is better. Alan Correa says hi. V says hi, Angel. Is this Motivational Monday? V, it's not Motivational Monday. It's Thinking Thursday. And we're doing Rose Reads. But Thinking Thursday ends up often being sort of like a Motivational Monday. Hi, Saku Varke in India. Great to see you. So this is good. So we've got 5 people now watching on YouTube and 1 person on TikTok. The great Evadne. Evadne is the 1 person on TikTok watching me and followed the creator. Thank you for following the creator. All right, every 3 months, choose one of your vices and abstain for 30 days. Prove to yourself that you're in charge, not the habit. So think about it. What is your worst habit? You can write it in the chat or you can just think about it. Some of my worst habits are I've started to beat them. I used to take naps all the time. I'm not napping as much as I used to. I used to not do as much coding work for breakdiving. I used to also put off doing YouTube and TikTok live streams, and I'm back to doing that. Wolfgang says, it doesn't work to reduce. If you once realize a bad habit, just stop it. If you don't want to call yourself stubborn or stupid. I agree, Wolfgang, but at the same time, you have to be patient with yourself when you're trying to break a habit, because you don't want to beat yourself up if you fail and then you just stop trying completely to break the habit. If you want to quit cold turkey, do it, but be patient with yourself. And I would say apply the rules of Alcoholics Anonymous, where every day you don't count. Like, it's not, I'm going to be sober for the next 6 years. No, it's, I'm not going to drink any alcohol today. That's the key. I'm not going to drink alcohol today, or I'm not going to bite my nails today. Don't worry about tomorrow. As Jesus says in the Bible, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough worries of its own. It's a great quotation from the Bible, and it inspires me to sometimes stop thinking so much about the future. Focus on today. Don't bite your nails. Don't pick your nose. Don't eat 2 scoops of ice cream. Maybe have 1 scoop of ice cream. Whatever it is. And maybe sometimes your bad habit is just laziness. So instead of it being don't be lazy, maybe what you need to do is sit down. Like let me show you. For break diving, I commit to one of these per day, 1 line per day. It's 50 people on here. I commit to reaching out to 50 people per day on LinkedIn, telling them about break diving. And it works. But come up with that commitment. Hey, Evadne says, I got to go to bed. Hope I'll see you on another live soon. Would love to have you on another live soon. You can also follow me on YouTube. I don't know what's going to happen when TikTok gets banned. It's going to happen, and there's a buyer for it, but the new TikTok is not going to be the same as the TikTok that's now. Somehow it's going to be different, because I don't think the algorithm is getting sold. So the TikTok is going to be just a brand new social media community, and I don't think it's going to work. Let me go back over here. Oh, V, did you like having Damien here in person? Tell me more why you liked having him as a guest. Oh, I'm very curious. Thank you, Alan, for your nice comments. Let me tell you this: your stream is beautiful too, Alan. V says that was awesome. But here's the thing: was it the format of having him live, or was it the fact that Damien is a really, photogenic and funny guy? Do you think that would work with any of my guests, having them in person? I could find other people and bring them on. It's more engaging when you're together. Interesting. Awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you for that advice. Okay, next. Here's a quotation from John C. Maxwell. You will never change your life until you change something that you do daily. The secret of success is found in your daily routine. Think about your daily routine for the last week. I'm pretty proud of my daily routine this last week. I have been reading so many books. I have been doing a break diving live stream study hall every night to get us closer to monetization. We're at 2,217 watch hours. If you'd like, you can check us out on YouTube, Break Diving. That's another channel of mine. I have been doing so much coding work for break diving and so much marketing work, and I feel very proud of myself because my daily routine is becoming very positive. And so I want you to think about the same thing too. What is your daily routine? And what could you add to your daily routine tomorrow that will make you more productive? And what can you remove from your daily routine that is just causing you problems? See, Owen Onofre on YouTube says, I found out a new recipe. It's a corn tortilla with cheese in the other corn tortilla. Owen, that sounds like a quesadilla, a super quesadilla. V says, sleep, work, walk, sleep, work. Hey, as long as you've got the walk in there, V, you're good. Sakura says, any book suggestions? Let's see. I recommend this one. Disan Zhi Yanjing. This is a wonderful Chinese novel that I'm reading. And I hope you will check it out too. If you want you know what? Since we're speaking of habits and daily routines, this is called Habit Stacking. This is a book that you might find helpful if you're trying to figure out how to create a daily routine. I'm reading this one. Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World. You can read this book. I also recommend Ari Gold, Rules to Live By, which is funny but also very good. And of course, I recommend that you read the book, The Compound Effect. That's what we're talking about here. That's what all these notes are from. So we've got 0 people watching on TikTok now. Brutal. You know, this might be if you guys want to do live streaming, maybe live stream like I'm doing from TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Because maybe when one stream has no one, the other stream may have someone. So now I've got 5 people on YouTube and I've got 0 people on TikTok. It makes it a heck of a lot easier to do it because the odds are that maybe someone is going to be on one of the streams at any given time. How you doing, Zara Bell? Leonidas, how are you? Good to see you. Wolfgang, it looks like you're studying Chinese. You're studying Thai, Wolfgang. Very cool. Any of the Asian languages are very, very, very difficult. V is asking on YouTube, why is TikTok getting banned? I thought we've already been through this. So I did some more research on it. There's a buyer for TikTok apparently, but ByteDance is not shutting down TikTok, and TikTok is not selling all of it to America. TikTok is still going to be a global company, but the app is going to be banned in the United States. They're creating a new app called M2, and that's going to be like TikTok, but for the United States. But apparently, none of your international fans are going to get transferred over from TikTok to M2. So apparently in September, if I have any followers on TikTok who are international, I think they disappear. And apparently the algorithm, which TikTok is known for, is not being sold. So whoever buys the American version of TikTok has to code another algorithm. Don't take my word for this. I'm trying to read up and keep up to date on it at all times, but it doesn't seem like it's a really good solution. David says false. TikTok is getting sold to DuPont. David, there is no definitive answer to this. I have not seen that TikTok is getting sold to DuPont. And that's the thing. TikTok is not getting sold to DuPont because TikTok is still going to remain a company owned by ByteDance. Because TikTok has a market around the world. It may have been banned in India, but it's not banned in Europe, and it's not banned in Africa. So ByteDance is probably doing the right thing. That's not correct, David. Part of what you say, maybe DuPont is one of the bidders, but Oracle is also in the running. Nothing is 100% certain yet. And you're right, V. It doesn't sound promising. David, if you have inside knowledge, you probably shouldn't be sharing that here on TikTok or on YouTube. And people in companies get misinformed or get misdirected all the time. The Normandy invasion of the Allied troops in France, The Germans had no idea because they put so much misdirection, and the Germans thought the Americans and the Brits were landing somewhere else. I have no doubt that any information that anybody's sharing could be misdirection, even the information that I am sharing with you, because maybe it's not true. Nobody knows really what's going on, and I don't think we're going to know until it actually happens. But I don't feel like whatever the solution is going to be absolutely great. Okay, so next, from the compound effect, it takes 300 repetitions before a new habit becomes an unconscious practice. Almost a year of daily practice. Now that is completely up for grabs, up for debate, how long it takes. Some studies have shown that a habit is 21 days. Some people have shown 7 days. Some people have said it takes 365 days. But the truth is, a habit takes time to take hold. And you need to be disciplined enough to stick with it, to keep going until the habit becomes a part of your daily routine. So in the book, The Compound Effect, he shares some habit rules right here. I'm going to go through some of these habit rules with you. Make your habits easy and convenient. Let's see. Public displays of accountability. Tell everyone about your new habit. I do that all the time. I try to do that often when I'm on YouTube Live and now when I'm on TikTok Live. I tell you guys what I'm doing. I tell you guys what I'm doing because I know that will make me more likely to get it done. And I don't know if you've noticed, but many of the things that I have done recently are things that I told you about a year ago. Why? Because I'm constantly creating public accountability by using these YouTube Lives as a way to share. One of my friends said, Monroe, you share your whole life on YouTube. Well, yeah, because I get accountability from you guys. And then you guys are counting on me to get something done. So absolutely, why not? Find a success buddy is another suggestion. Create a friendly contest or a competition to see who can get things done. David says, whatever, dude. Follow the money. I was at work moving money to Palantir 3 months before the Iran strike. It's scary. Hey, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, David. I'm not saying you're completely wrong. I'm just saying I don't think it's 100% clear what's going to happen with TikTok. What's up, Ariel Matthews? If you're wondering who I'm talking to, I have more subscribers on YouTube, and I'm streaming on YouTube as well. I'm excited to start a TikTok account as well. So thanks for sticking around. Ariel Matthews is giving me a wave. Here, Ariel, do you want to say hi to everybody on YouTube? Say hi to everyone on YouTube, Ariel. Everyone say hi. How you doing, Lazy? Good to see you. Alan Correo, my favorite color. My favorite color is probably dark blue. Maybe baby blue. V is saying, laughing out loud. Ariel, don't feel like you're by yourself. You have my 10 YouTube live viewers to keep you company as well. Okay, the law of inertia. You guys know what the law of inertia is. I think it's Newton's first law of motion? I'm not sure. Objects at rest tend to stay at rest unless acted on by an outside force. Objects at rest tend to stay at rest unless acted on by an outside force. I am trying to be that outside force in your life right now. I'm trying to inspire you to find some new habits, create some new habits, do something differently so that your life next week is better than your life today. Let's see, David says, you're some dude that summarizes high school summer reads. I'm trying to add, and it's obvious you don't know. Okay. Actually, David, I have a PhD in psychology. I'm an attorney. I'm a Bronze Star nominated Iraq war veteran. I'm a licensed skydiver. I'm a 2-time TEDx speaker. And you are none of those things. David, I'm happy I inspired you to do anything. And if I inspired you to sleep, I feel like I succeeded. Would love you to subscribe. I have a lot of people who are like to spam me on here. Would love you to become part of the Roman Empire. I'm getting all these emails on that. Okay. So objects in motion tend to stay in motion unless something stops their momentum. In my case, the thing that sometimes stops my momentum is the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm stops all creators' momentum. And I hope I get another like from that, because I agree. How you doing, Stardew on TikTok? So I got 8 people on YouTube now and 0 on TikTok. Oh, I got 1 person on TikTok, 8 people on YouTube. Very good stuff. What's up, Alan? V says, sleep is my favorite thing to do when I'm not awake. That's great, V. V, you're becoming a comedian. I like that. David says, I don't sleep. Sleep is the cousin of death. I agree. I forget who said this, but it's, there is time for sleep when you are dead. In other words, get off your butt and do what you need to do. Hi, Barbara McKnight. Murder Sans says, it's me again. I'm here to roast you. Murder Sans, roast away. The more people roasting me, the more alive I feel. So give me your best. Give me your best. How you doing, Barbara? I'm talking to my fans on YouTube, if you're wondering who I'm talking to. And today we're sharing my notes from the book, The Compound Effect. A very good book, and I'm giving you some motivation based on that. David says 50 Cent said that, and the lyric is from Nas. David, people said that many times before 50 Cent and Nas. I promise you. Mark the Gamer, what is the thing on your neck called? It's called a necklace. This is called a necklace. Okay. It takes forever and massive effort to get a heavy merry-go-round spinning. But once the merry-go-round starts spinning fast, it's almost impossible to stop it. So you want to think about that for your life as well. It's hard to overcome the inertia of laziness. But once you get started, shazoom, 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 shazam. Hi, Ariel Matthews. Hi, Caden. Great to see both of you. Caden is asking, are you watching any shows right now? Caden, this live stream is talking about trying to inspire you to stop watching TV shows and put more time into productive things that are going to make your life better. But I did just finish watching Entourage again on HBO Max. I love that show. And I started watching The Sopranos, but I really don't like it. It's too dark, and I don't like being around these people, these low-life gangsters, uneducated, morally vacuous losers. Not my thing. Not my thing. How you doing, Jake Feist? David says production is overrated. Owen says, I have a question. Can I watch? What do you want to watch? I've got chats going on both both of these. I'm trying to keep up. Hi, Caden, bro. And the color blue. No, they didn't. Okay, let's keep going. The same thing with a rocket ship. It burns more fuel in the first few minutes just getting off the ground, but once up in the sky, it flies freely and easily with little propulsion. And I don't know, but I believe that my company, Breakdiving, is really starting to take off. For 5 years, I could not get anybody in the United States to join. But now I found LinkedIn, and I'm using that to do marketing. I get one person from the United States to join every week. And there are more and more active users now. And I feel like it was like this for 6 years, and I think this is the year breakdiving is starting to take off. If you want to know what breakdiving is, go to the App Store or the Play Store. You can download my company's mobile app. Think of it as a to-do list mixed with a social media community. So it's a great global community of winners. Alan tells me that I am an excellent person. Thank you very much, Alan. So are you. David says, I love how this guy reads 2 lines and breaks for an ad for his company. Yeah, well, that's what social media is for, is to promote the company. How about this, David? If you super chat me $50, I will not mention break diving for the rest of the live stream. But it's got to be $50 US. Otherwise, I'm going to share, baby. I'm going to share. What's up, Waffles and Cooey? Caden says, I work 9 hours, then wrestle for 2 hours. I'm allowed to watch a show. He ended it with, son. All right, well, hey, Caden, if you work 9 hours and then wrestle for 2 hours, you can watch a show. I will grant you that. And by the way, I would love you guys to subscribe. If you haven't on YouTube, please click like. Please subscribe. If you're watching me on TikTok, would love you to follow me here as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on. The more time, this is just what I was saying. The more time, thank you for following me, Caden. Just for that, I will give you another show recommendation. Doc Martin. Doc Martin is a British TV show. It's 10 seasons. The last season was this year. Very funny. If you like British, if you like England, if you like medical shows, if you like comedies, Doc Martin is fantastic. You will absolutely love it. Leonidas is back. Good to have you back, Leo. Okay, the more time you spend sitting on that couch watching Netflix, and those are the notes that I took right here, the harder it will be for you to get up and get moving. So don't start watching Netflix. The better thing to do is say, okay, I'm really excited about watching a new episode of my favorite TV show, but I'm not going to do it until I send off my 50 messages on LinkedIn. Watching TV, playing video games, those things should be rewards for doing something productive. And let me see. Oh, build routines and rhythms into your daily discipline. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, here, this is a good one. The iPod was not the first MP3 player. Apple was late to the game, but they had something more powerful. Consistent efforts in maintaining customer loyalty. A steadfast commitment to high quality, innovative design, and ease of use. But it still was not an overnight success. Apple had 2 years of negative growth after the release of the iPod. But then, boom, they owned 70% of the MP3 market, and then came the iPhone. That's why you guys need to realize that you cannot give up before you've really given yourself a chance. Keep pushing forward. Don't give up. Because maybe people think Apple was just a success and the iPhone was a success and the iPod was a success. It took years for that to happen. How you doing, Kason? How you doing? Oh, we got someone here who's doing a lot of, let's see. Who's LeBron James? Can I be mod? Learn to quit, underrated skill. That is good too, David. You should only quit though if you decide you really don't want to do it anymore. Because some people are really not talented, but through sheer perseverance, they're able to succeed anyway. And I urge any of you to keep pushing forward regardless of how good you think you are, and regardless whether people think you're good or not. If you want to do it, you keep pushing forward. You don't quit. You don't give up. And you could end up succeeding. How many musicians are making millions of dollars and they make horrible music? How many actors make millions of dollars and they suck? How many restaurants have you gone to where they charge a lot of money and they're always packed, but the food is disgusting? Lazy editor, no, you don't have to time out the spammer now. It's not too much. If the person does it like 50 times nonstop, then you can time him out. Thanks for asking. But the spammer is kind of fun right now. It makes it Makes it interesting. How you doing, Charles Barr? Charles Barr has entered the TikTok room. David A says, read my last messages, bro. I worked hard on them. David, I don't know which one was your last message. Oh, I'm a loser like you said. You send me money, Marine astronaut guy, or whatever your fake resume was. Oh, David, see? You guys are funny. You guys are funny. All right, continuing my notes from, what's happening on, why is it saying that my live is going to end? Don't you end? TikTok is saying inactivity. All right, we're back. We're back. Habits, disciplines, routines, and consistency are the keys to unlock momentum. And once you unlock momentum, you can become unstoppable. Thanks to their momentum that couldn't be stopped. Something that you can do is establish a morning routine. So you get up and do it, no argument. So some things that I can do, this is what I wrote, maybe this was like 2 years ago that I made these notes, but back tension, release, ball rolling, push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups, leg stretching, back stretching, read for 15 minutes, go on to break diving and earn points, certify dives, plan my top 3 tasks for the day, say a prayer of love. Haley says, who's ready for Stranger Things? I hope the new Stranger Things is good because the last one wasn't so good. I feel like the first episode of Stranger Things was awesome, and then it just started getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Leonidas, I'll sing a song when I'm done with it, when I get to the bottom here. Almost there. You know what? I'm going to go through a few more, and then I'll sing you a song, Leo. Hang tight. More quotes from the book, The Compound Effect. Set weekly, monthly, and yearly goals to do something you normally wouldn't do. Next one. Think of a train at standstill. A tiny block of wood placed in front of the wheels will keep it from moving. But when it's going 55 miles per hour, the momentum is so strong that it could crash right through a 5-foot steel reinforced concrete wall and keep going. So get over the inertia of inactivity and keep pushing forward to build up that momentum. How you doing, Max Sokol? Thanks, guys, for following me on YouTube and following me on TikTok. My name is Monroe Mann on both platforms. Okay. When deciding how often to do something each week, you need to choose a program you can do in the long term without renegotiation. In other words, don't become too overly ambitious with what your daily habits are and your routines. It's got to be enough that you can do it every day or every week. Because if you, the classic example of how not to do it is when New Year's Eve comes and you say, I'm going to go to the gym every day for 2 hours. After about 4 days, you start to get tired. And then on the 5th day, you miss it. And then you go, I'm going to give up because I couldn't keep it to begin with. So create a consistent daily, weekly, monthly plan that you can stick with and that you will not give up. All right, lazy, we got some quotations here. David says, I got to go, but this guy seems like a harmless book grifter. Listen to that. Thank you, David. I appreciate your compliment. Hope to see you again. Lazy editor says, fear not, stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord. Owen says, I'm laughing, I'm napping, I'm clapping, I'm stopping, I'm popping, I'm napping, and I'm sweating, and I'm telling, and I'm getting, and that's why I need to take a shower. Wow, Owen. That was crazy. What's up, Nye? Good to see you. We got Nye in the house. Let me take a note here. I'll play a song for you now, Leonidas. Here you go. One moment. Okay. Start here. Part 3. Okay. All right, let me get my guitar for you. Here we go. Hold on. I gotta go to the kitchen and get. I have two phones that I'm carrying right now. This is nonsense. This is nonsense what I'm doing here. I have to hold them because I can't put them down anywhere. All right, I'm gonna take this. We're gonna drink this, and then we're gonna sing a nice song. We're gonna sing a song, baby. We're gonna sing a song for you. Okay. 10 seconds to song time for Leonidas. Because Leonidas wanted me to sing a song. All right, here we go. What's up, Shannon? I'm doing live stream on YouTube as well. So if you see me talking to other people, that's where Leonidas is. Okay. Leonidas, do you have a request for a song? Actually, I'll do this one. I Miss the Summer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. I miss the summer when the sun would shine all over me. I miss the summer when my life was so carefree. I miss the summer and the times when I didn't have a care. I miss the summer when the wind would blow right through my hair. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm so lost, rolling on the floor. My life seems to have turned away from the happiness of yesterday. I miss the summer and the sun would shine all over me. I miss the summer when my life was so carefree. I miss the summer and the times when I didn't have a care. I miss the summer when the wind would blow right through my hair. All I wanna do is cry. My whole life seems like a lie. I wish the clouds would just give up, go away, blow away, far away, far away, far away, oh, 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 far away, you're far away. So tell me, where did the summer go? I miss the summer so. Where did the summer go? I miss the summer so. Where did the summer go? I miss the summer so. Where did the summer go? I miss the summer so. Where did the summer go? I miss the summer so. Where did the summer go? I miss Mega Bunny. Hey guys, my YouTube friends here. I realize I can't play music on TikTok like this because on TikTok I selected chat and interview as the topic. And so if I'm playing music, it's gonna like mess up the algorithm, I think, because like, I don't know if I'm allowed, if I can do that or not. I don't know. Thank you, ZBI. Thank you very much. And Leonidas, I appreciate that. Thank you for clicking like. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Ghost on TikTok. How are you doing? We're having a little Thinking Thursday motivational little thing, but then somebody on YouTube asked me to play a song, so that's what I did. I hope I encourage you guys to please follow me on YouTube and TikTok. My name is Monroe Mann on both channels. I also have another channel called Break Diving on YouTube, which we're almost monetized with. We'll be monetized in about, I'm hoping 2 months. I am hoping in 2 months we will get the Break Diving YouTube channel monetized. And any final topics that you want me to talk about on either TikTok or YouTube, let me know. ZBI says, I used to be part of your community a long time ago. Happy to still see you still thriving. ZBI, I wouldn't say I'm thriving. I got a $2 super chat today. I would say I'd be thriving if I got a $25 super chat every single time I went live, because then that would start to add up. But what's interesting though, what I like about TikTok is the more I live stream, the more money I make. Like, I'll probably make $1 from TikTok, because the people that come, apparently there's a creator fund. And so I'm getting some of the money from the creator fund, where ZBI says you'll get there. I'm just going to keep going, keep pushing forward. I mean, the fact that I'm doing it on 2 live streams now. You guys can say hi to each other. This is the TikTok phone. This is the YouTube phone. Say hi to one another. Hello. Hello. You guys can get together, have a party. CBI says it's awesome. Hi, Leo. Yeah, so it's around 11:20. Think it's time for me to go to bed. Great to see you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And I hope to see you next time. Bye, TikTok. Bye, YouTube. See you later, guys. Brandon says, I went to Walmart tonight, was confused as a homeless man on house arrest. ZBI says, good night. V says, take care. Good night, V. Good night, Leonidas. Good night, No Days Off. Good night, Wolfgang. Good night, ZBI. Who else? And great to see you guys. No Days Off. I think you should follow me. Or, nope, Calais joined. Lazy Editor, hey, Monroe, I'm sure you remember my name. Lazy Editor. I have no idea who you used to be. Goku Black? Maybe your name was Goku? I don't know. Good night, everybody. Thank you for following me. Hope I inspired you in some way. Hope you're going to do some great things for your life in the days and weeks ahead. Catch you guys later. Bye.